with yet another Let's Play. This one happens to be called Psychopass, Mandatory Happiness. So, let's see what was in store for us. Far above the man-made dome of the once-renowned Metro Paradise stood an ivory tower, and within this tower lay part of the city's core functions. And deep within it, he infiltrated the tower's core with ease.
なんて簡単なんだろう。ネットの
Could it
壁
have
は
been
紙よ
any
り薄い
easier?
な。
The network
セキュリ
firewall
ティ
is
システムの
paper
扉
thin.
は子
The
供部屋の
security
鍵よりもたやす
system
く開く
door
じゃないか。
opened easier than a child's room. He whispered to himself. He had avoided social interactions for so long that now he only spoke to himself.
この塔の中にあるはずなんだ。
It should be
僕の
somewhere in
新しい
this
おもちゃ
tower.
が
My new toy.
どこに
Where
隠し
have
てあるん
they
だろう。
hidden it? He searched. And searched for his toy, which had to be somewhere. Found it. There it was, his toy, in the neurosurgery room, as written on the hospital map. It was his first time touching it, but with only a glance he knew.
これは僕のために作られた人形だ。
This doll was made for me. It
こん
would
なと
be
ころ
a
にしまい
waste
込んでおいちゃ
to
かわい
lock it
そうだ。
away in such a place.
さあ、行こう。
Come along with me.
僕と一緒に。今から君は
From
僕
now
の体
on,
となって動くん
you
だ。
shall move as my body.
行こ
Let us depart.
う。僕には使命がある。
I have a mission to
お
fulfill.
母さんか
A
ら
very
託された
important one
大切な使
from
命が
Mother.
人を幸せにする。
To bring happiness
それが
to
僕の使
everyone.
命だ。
That is my mission.
そうだよね、お母さん。
Isn't that right, Mother? Let's see. So which one should I go with? I'm not sure yet. Well, there's the female here. 25. 2087. Whew. 30. I want to go with him because he's O positive, or O blood. O positive, as it would be called. Why had things turned out like this? Damn it, let me out. Let me out of here. I have to. I have to. Why? Where did I go wrong? Such a futile question. I've been born and raised in a rural city far away from Tokyo. the Sybil system judged humans, leading them to the path that maximized their future happiness. Education, marriage, employment, anything. The judgment that had been given to me was to live and die in that rural city. That was fine. It's not like I didn't like it there. But I did regret obeying Sybil. Would it have been better to go against Sybil's judgment and seek employment in Tokyo? After all, I knew it wasn't possible, but I couldn't help but think about it. The world now was a place where one couldn't get a job unless Sybil deemed them suitable. Even if I went against it and came to Tokyo, the only thing I could have expected to happen was to fail finding a job and then become homeless. Then again, there was my childhood friend, Yukari Himikawa. Unlike me, she had the aptitude to study medicine in Tokyo. Such different paths, but I loved her. Yukari, what are you up to right now? One day, Yukari just disappeared. It made no sense that she didn't contact her parents or me, so I came to Tokyo searching for her. But she was nowhere to be found. The school she attended, the place she worked at. I looked everywhere, but nobody knew where she had gone. It was useless. Everyone just said the same thing as I did. One day, Yukari Himikawa just vanished out of thin air. A resignation letter to her employer. That was the last time anyone heard from her. She never handed in her work or popped up out of the blue. As I searched for her, I became reckless. It wasn't long before my hue clouded and my crime coefficient rose. As a result, I became a latent criminal. I'm a fool, such a damn fool. I wonder what's actually going on here. It's a little weird. However, my chance at salvation appeared right before my eyes. I know this is supposed to be a game based off of the anime, but Takumi Tsurugi, I'm Nobuchika Gonizo from the MWPB PSB CID. You have the aptitude to become an enforcer. Interested to work as one? That was my ticket out of here. Oh, out of hell. I jumped at the chance and have never looked back. Oh, excuse me, sorry. So the Public Safety Bureau, huh? This is where I work now. Man, I'm so touched. I've always wanted to be a police detective. Police detective? You mean enforcer. Well, they're more or less the same thing, aren't they? Inspector Ginoza? Both arrest criminals, right? Latent criminals. To be correct. Jeez. How many times does it take for you to understand? Yeah. Latent criminals refer to those who above a certain crime coefficient, regardless of whether they have committed a crime or not, correct? They possess the potential to cause harm to society. The goal of the CID is to apprehend and isolate them before that ever happens. Yeah, like how I used to be. But I was in a good mood, so I kept that thought to myself. Sure, I had dreamed of being a detective since I was a kid, but more importantly, if I was in the PSB, I knew I'd have a better chance of finding more about Yukari's whereabouts. And for that reason, I was in pretty high spirits. What are you grinning about? Hurry up and move. Alright. Get adjusted to how this enforcer device works. Mental care is important, so be sure to get used to using the hue checker. It wasn't uncommon to find programs that could check your own hue, but the PSB's special model is quite unique. It's built into our wrist comms. Of course, it's not all fun and games. The fact that they issue such a device said a lot about the stress that came with being a detective. Mental care is a personal responsibility, so be diligent, Ginoza said sternly. Then he gave me a detailed tutorial about the device. He was really helpful. I checked my hue again. It was way better than before. It was like the first rays of sunlight on a clear morning. Apparently, this color is called nasturtium orange. Before I had the chance to worsen, detectives were required to take mental supplements. That's our duty, apparently, and any medication was paid for at the public's expense. But then again, I shouldn't need that anytime soon. Ooh, alright, let's see. Hey, Inspector Tsunenori, where are you taking those two? As we walked down the corridor, Ginoza stopped the three ladies coming from the other direction. I thought the criminal investigation department was full of tough men, but right before me stood a variety of women, gorgeous, cool, and cute. Oh, Inspector Ginoza. It seems there's a new sandwich place near the PSB, so Mrs. Kunizuka and the rest of us are going to grab some lunch. I've been waiting to eat there for a while, but it's not like we can leave the premises by ourselves, right? So we asked Akane if she'd go with us. It's true that enforcers must be escorted by an inspector when they leave the premises. However, Tsunemori, don't let yourself get too familiar with the enforcers. I happen to be leaving for lunch anyway, and having a meal with company tastes better than eating alone. I see. I didn't think there was any need for him to make such a bitter face. By the way, who's that man over there? Oh, he's the newly assigned enforcer. Takuma Tsurugi. Nice to meet you, ladies. Well, aren't you a fine-looking man? I'm Shion Karanomori, the analyst. If you want to know more, just come over to the analysis lab anytime. Analysts examine and review data analysis from street scanners, determine victims' cause of death, and many other things. We work with her a lot. Keep that in mind. I'm an Inspector Akane Tsunemori, and this is Yayoi Kunizuka, an enforcer, just like you. Miss Karanomori, Mrs. Tsunemori, and Miss Kunizuka. I see. Man, it puts me in really high spirits to get to work with such beautiful faces. Stop saying stupid things and get a move on. And Tsunemori, remember to return before lunch break ends. Oh, yes, understood, Miss Karanomori, Miss Kunizuka. We should get going. Whew, my words aren't working too well today now, is it? Giggles. He. See you around, Surugui. Tsurugi.
ここが刑事課一係のオフィスだ。普段はここに詰めて仕事をしてもらう。
This is the office of the SIDS Division 1. We usually operate from here.
へえ、ここがね。
So this place is... The office was less organized than I had expected. I wondered if anyone in here was an enforcer. If everyone in here was an enforcer, sorry. They all seemed to be doing as they pleased. My name's Takuma Tsurugi, and I've been assigned to the SIDS Division 1. As of today, I look forward to working with you all. There's no one in here. It's all a bunch of chairs. As I continued to bow, I noticed a middle-aged man who had the presence of a veteran detective stand up from a seat in the back. Ah, so you're the new enforcer. Well, as you can see, so long as there's no trouble, we hunting dogs have it pretty good. Just take it easy. Take it easy, you say? And you are? Tomomi Masuoka. An enforcer like you. Shusi Kagari is over there, and Shinya Kogami is the one closest to you. Both of them are enforcers as well. Well, let's all get along as fellow enforcers. I noticed a stack of manga piled above Kagari's desk. Could it be... Whoa, isn't that a vintage shonen manga? Oh man, I remember this cover. It was one of my favorites. Excited I picked it up. I always thought I'd only be able to find these in museums, but never thought I'd actually see a real paperback up close, much less hold it. What is this? Could it be that you're someone who knows your stuff? Yeah, I cried when he fell to his death as he fought the enemy. Takuma Tsurugi, was it? We've got much to talk about. I particularly like the part here, when all the rivals band together. Oh, I totally understand. I think I'm going to get along with you really well, Shu. You really know what is up if you read paperback manga. I've gotten into paperback manga recently because of a friend of mine. It was tough to find though, man. What's that? Are you just like Kagari? Yeah, I like retro stuff, or rather just cool stuff. Like smoking and mahjong. It just feels manly, like part of a detective's repertoire. Hey Pops, we got ourselves a sucker here. If you can play, then how about we have a game tonight then? It'll be a welcome party for the new guy. Sounds like a plan. I'd be happy to join. It's your own free will to have fun with your fellow enforcers, but take your job seriously. Got it. But isn't it lunch break right now? You need to stop always being so tense. A break is necessary every now and then. I have my regular mental therapy session to attend. By the way, where's Kugatachi? If you're looking for Nadeshiko, she went to water the flowers. I figure she'll be back soon. Watering flowers? It's work hours, you know. It's a euphemism for going to the restroom. Ah, that's really misleading. If she went to the restroom, then just say she went to the restroom. Due to our roles, there was a gap between inspectors and enforcers. But Genoza might actually be quite fun. Then again, it was still easier to be with the enforcers. As I thought about such things, a woman entered the office. Sorry if you were looking for me. Who's that over there?
本日付で配属となった執行官の鶴見拓馬だ。鶴見、彼女は最近配属された監視官の久我たちなでしこ。新人ではあるが、我々と同じくお前の上司にあたる。
Takuma Tsurugi, a new enforcer who was assigned today. Tsurugi meet Nadeshiko Kugatachi. She is a newly assigned inspector as well as your superior. Enforcer Tsurugi, I am Kugatachi. When I peered into the woman's cold eyes, I felt a sudden tightness in my heart for some reason. My job is to utilize and monitor you. I see no need to get all friendly, but I expect the minimal level of cooperation and subordination from you that will be necessary for work. Okay. Enforcer Tsurugi, did you hear me? Yeah. Sorry, I heard you. It's just that you really remind me of an old friend. So I was a little surprised. My sincere apologies, but I have never heard of you. Heard of your name until just now. As such, I believe the possibility that you and I were acquaintances is near zero. No, I understand. Plus, you look totally different from her anyway. Even then, her indifference and calculative reasoning reminded me strongly of Yukari, and I felt my chest ache. However, I didn't let this sentimentality overtake me. I had decided to find Yukari, and I was about to let this woman I just met stop me. Oh, I wasn't about. Gosh. Looking forward to working with you, Ms. Kugatachi. From now on, we're detectives till the very end. Wait for me, Yukari. I will definitely find you, no matter where you may be. As my hue worsened, I had sunk further into the abyss. I hated yet yearned for Tokyo, the city that had taken her from me. How ironic that it took me in as a detective. But moreover, my first case wasn't in Tokyo. Sado Marine City, my hometown. Who would have ever thought I'd come back here so soon? Sado Marine City, Niigata Prefecture, a floating dome-like city wedged between the mainlands, Sado and the Noto Peninsula, often referred to as the Metro Paradise. It once had a bright future as a mining base for methane hydrate, but now it's nothing more than a desolate mining town destined to be perish. With the widespread uses of drones, the northern region became an unmanned granary. Likewise, as mining became automated, the people began leaving Sado Marine City. The decline in population had already begun when I was a kid. Those in the suburbs left first, and as a result, the abandoned district grew. Yukari and I had grown up in this dying city as neighbors. We often looked out our windows together, gazing at the streets that spread towards the city's glowing center. However, I think we always knew that behind all the bright lights lay a vast expanse of ruins, which was always inching closer. Returning home on your first case, huh, Tsurugi? Strange turn of events, isn't it? However, thanks to that, I may already be of use since I'm pretty familiar with the city. That's the spirit. If you have a keen nose, you'll be fine. Right on. The incident had been caused by a dumb kid. With that being said, we still couldn't just leave him be. It was a kidnapping, after all. The missing person is Shuri Matsukata. Her parents claim she has not returned home since last night. The girl shown on the monitor was quite pretty. Cute face and round, clear eyes. Age 16. Seems like she was attending a high school in Tokyo. If she's not a latent criminal like us, maybe it's because she's just around that age when kids start fooling around, don't you think? Unlike you, Shuri Matsusaka's psychopass has a clear color. However, there is something that seems suspicious. Suspicious? Take a look at this. The picture in the monitor changed. It was from a street camera. What? Yeah, no. Yep. Sorry about that, guys. Don't worry about that no more. That was just another person coming in. The picture in the monitor changed. It was from a street camera and showed Shuri Matsukata smiling at some kid, but only the back of his head was visible. It seemed like they were going into an automated taxi together. Who's that kid? We don't know his identity yet. They seem to be on good terms. Just look at her face. What a nice smile. Doesn't she look like she's just met an old friend? I thought that too. I think the two are old friends. Maybe they knew each other from middle school. Why do you think so, Miss Tsunemori? There is evidence to back it up. Miss Karanomori found it when analyzing the footage from the street cameras. But by analyzing and extracting footage from the street cameras and scanners, finding these high school students was going to be a breeze. All we had to do was follow their tracks. As expected, there wasn't a clear shot of the suspect's face, but the conversation between the two could be heard clearly. They were bickering about something. Thanks for coming today. I didn't expect you to come at such short notice. But I had a good time. Huh? What? Wait, aren't you still having a good time? I have to go. I have a curfew. Huh? What do you mean curfew? Don't you live by yourself in Tokyo? My AI secretary keeps a log. My curfew is 7 p.m. and any later my family will be notified. Pretty soon my mom will call me. Are they that stupid? Do they really have such little faith in their daughter? If so, they should never have let you move to Tokyo in the first place. Hey, I'm in Tokyo for school. My parents were only thinking about my future. What about me? Are you just going to leave me behind? Come with me. Let's go back to the same high school again. Suddenly, it seemed like Shuri's cell phone started ringing. It's my mom. Sorry, but I really have to go. Hey, what are you doing? The male suspect grabbed Shuri's cell and shoved her own cell in her face. The moment she saw it, her face froze. The hollow image projected from his phone was of Shuri in her middle school uniform. She was asleep, hunched over on her desk, and her skirt was all wrinkled. When did you take this hollow? Isn't it cute? That's you back when we were in the same class. I snapped it in 3D HD, so it's crystal clear no matter what angle you view it from. I'll send this to all your friends from your cell. Stop! Delete it! Now! Shuri desperately lunged for the phone. The male suspect ran away taunting her. Then they both vanished from the street camera's view. That was all the evidence we could retrieve. That uniform in the hollow. I feel like I've seen it before. What's this? Does Taku have a schoolgirl fetish? It's not like that. Miss Tsunemori, that uniform in the hollow image of Shuri Matsukata, what school is it from? It appears to be from a local middle school. Sato Marine City? So then it must be in that methane hydrate mining sector in Niigata, right? You're well informed. You can tell that specific uniform is from middle school in Niigata? What a maniac. No, that's not it. Saddle Marine City is my hometown. Hometown? Now that is a piece of information missing from my memories. Without any of her memories, she probably felt a bit empty not knowing where her hometown was. But she didn't seem disappointed and questioned Miss Tsunemori instead. So is it possible the suspect attended the same middle school as Shiori Matsukata in Saddle Marine City? Isn't that correct, Inspector Tsunemori? That is right. Were either of them seen after this footage was taken? Her whereabouts are still unknown. The suspect hasn't been seen since. So you're saying he's on the move yet avoiding the street cameras. At the very least, it seems the suspect is aware he is committing a crime. Have you checked all the records of street cameras and scanners outside of Tokyo, especially within the Hokuriku region, as well as other PSB data systems? We're searching, but don't be optimistic. Infrastructure beyond Tokyo is lacking, and moreover, the Hokuriku region is a greenery. Uninhabited places have less scanners. Outside of Tokyo, Hokuriku region? Wait, are you... The suspect told Shiori Matsukata to come with him back to their hometown, so they could be together again. Are you serious? Apparently such things had happened long ago. I once heard about it from Yukari after she read a classic novel she liked. I think it was called Eloping. Emergency report from Hokuriku. Poor hue levels detected among passengers at an underwater subway station in Saddle Marine City. The suspects have already evaded the drones. A thorough investigation was conducted at once. All street scanners among underwater subway stations were analyzed, and footage from the cameras were reviewed. Shiori Matsukata's terrified face popped up in a pixelated 2D image as the male suspect forced Shiori onto the train. His face could not be clearly seen. She's got a medium blue, dark orange. It was easy to identify him now. Haruto Sato, age 16, born in Saddle Marine City, where he currently attends a local high school. Haruto's hue was a dark orange color. Quite cloudy, thankfully. Shiori's hue had not worsened that much. The hue color of Haruto Sato is dark orange. This color bears a risk of impulsive criminal tendencies and requires immediate therapy. How will the Dominator react? Is he a target for execution? We don't know that until we aim the Dominator at him, though the possibility of him becoming a latent criminal is not low. Thought so. Good, we might make it in time. He might be spared the fate of being sent to an isolation ward and may still be able to return to society. However, the fact is that his hue had deteriorated. We, the PSB CID's Division 1, rushed to the scene. Saddle Marine City, my hometown. Hey, how long are you planning to drag me around for? Are we going to sleep outdoors again tonight? I want to shower. Don't look so scared. Sleeping outdoors every once in a while is fine, okay? Take a look at your own well-lustered face. It turned out quite well. Another picture? What's wrong with you? The hollow image you showed me yesterday was taken in the classroom, right? Do you get off on taking peeping Tom photos or what? Well, that's because you're too cute. I never planned on misusing it, though. Liar. What you're doing is blackmail. If I didn't, you wouldn't have come along. I don't want to be separated from you anymore. I still like you, so please stop saying things like we'll never meet again. I never said anything like that. You did. I have proof. Look at this text. Here's what it said. Once I get to Tokyo, it's the end. It won't do either of us any good. We'll never meet again. Stay well. What's this? That wasn't me. It must have been my mom. She hacked into my account and sent it. Your mom? She told me I needed to make lots of good friends who'd be useful for my future when I went to study in Tokyo. What's up with that? Am I just some classmate from the sticks who wouldn't be useful for your future? Is that why she made you sever ties with me? I never thought of it in that way. That's why when you popped up out of the blue, I was happy to see you and hung out with you still. Well, that's true. If you hated me, you wouldn't have met up with me anyway. I guess I was right to come visit you. But I didn't expect you to know my address. Your AI secretary must be really advanced in order to locate my address all the way in Tokyo. Isn't it? I already told you this yesterday, but when I woke up one morning, there was this new holo avatar who introduced itself. I wonder when it got downloaded, though. This is what the AI told me. I am Alpha. I'm here to help you. There's someone you want to see, isn't there? No need to hide it from me. Why don't you go find her? It's not like you can't go to Tokyo, right? If you need someone to guide you, I can do that for you. And before I knew it, the AI led me to you. It was like fate, right? You know I should never be separated from each other. Maybe. Well, are you satisfied now? Give me my phone. I ended up skipping class and need to call my mom back. It's all good, right? Hey, why don't you just stay a little longer, like a date? I didn't even do anything to you last night, right? Well, I guess I'll stay with you, but only for today. And promise me this. Delete that holo image, return my cell phone, and never do anything like this again. Okay? Sure, now where should we go? There's lots of places in this town filled with memories, huh? The National Hospital became our temporary headquarters. It's within the Central Management Tower, which manages the entire city and also held up the dome roof. The roof of the Central Management Tower had a takeoff landing facility for VTOLs. It was moved by an elevator, which connected the dome to the outside world. This VTOL was referred to as the Super Ambulance and was exclusive to the PSB. It'd be useful if there was ever an incident that requires us to visit the countryside. The data required from the street cameras and scanners were sent to Miss Karunomori, who stayed behind in Tokyo, where she performed further analysis. An automated taxi, underwater subway train. And now a rental car, huh? That isn't cheap. That Haruto kid must be quite rich. Alright guys, well, I'm going to have to let you go now. I'll do probably another Let's Play of this if you think it was good. Probably I'll have another live stream go up tomorrow. And then go from there. So it was nice playing another game for you, my favorite soul leading friends. And I'll see you another time. May you all prosper.